Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here. If you like your Van Halen, this is the place you want to be. This is called Johnny Bean TV. We talk Van Halen news. Generally, our show is Tuesdays. I call it Oh Eat One Tuesday. Although, I'm basically building a brand new studio for you guys. That's basically what it sounds like. And I think these Van Halen update shows, they'll be more frequent coming up next month, and I think from now on. So we will still do the Tuesday show, the 081 Tuesday show, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. But I think that'll turn into more of like a recap of like the other stories that we talk about throughout the week. I think. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you're brand new here, welcome, and consider subscribing. I tried to say consider and subscribe in the same word. Consider subscribing to the channel here if you like Van Halen, if you like rock music. Speaking of rock music, you guys, we have a special premiere tonight. Finally we can announce this. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, we have a video premiere talking with Bob Daisley. I think you guys might have heard some of his songs, I think, over the years. So tune in tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, for our exclusive interview with Bob Daisley. All right, let's do this. Let's talk some Van Halen, you guys. Let's do it. This is Johnny Bean TV.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching Exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Bean TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Hey, you guys, again, my name's Johnny Bean, and this is a show that I call Exclusively Van Halen. The Van Halen Show on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, on X. We're pretty much everywhere there is. It's an internet show. So if you like your Van Halen, if you like rock music, if you like guitars, this is the place you want to be. And as I said, I'm moving into a brand new studio next month, and these shows I'll be giving you, it's going to be cool. Okay? I've got stuff planned out. It's going to be great. So again, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to, let's do this together. Help us get to 12K YouTube subscribers together. So yeah. So okay. But first of all, let's make this a real show, and let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on the Johnny Bean YouTube channel. Channel membership is a great way to help support the channel and support these shows, and the top tier are the executive producers, and they're currently Sherman Callahan, CC, Nova 9, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, R-Habs, Warlag, Fairfield Guitarco, Majestic, PB and J Cat, and Janice Lala, the intern. Janice, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you. All right, let's do this. We got some Van Halen news to talk about, and then don't forget, tonight is our video premiere with Bob Daisley. In the chat, you guys. All right, let's do this. Okay, check this out, you guys. Michael Anthony reflects on missed opportunities of the 2004 Van Halen tour. Did any of you guys see this tour? Were any of you guys there? I was there. I saw it. I saw them in San Jose, California. And a lot of people have some mixed feelings about the particular tour. But let's see what here. How does this even? There we go. Skyprop, you were there too? In San Jose? Okay, let's again Van Halen news desk. Let's go over there. All right, Michael Anthony looks back on Van Halen's 2004 tour as one of those what could have been experiences. During a recent interview with Ultimate Guitar's Greg Prato, Anthony discussed the troubled Van Halen tour that took place 20 summers ago. I can't believe it's been 20 years. That is insanity. Time is just flying by, you guys. It's crazy. Can't believe it. Okay, let's see. It launched on June 11th, 2004, and lasted, it says 80s shows. I think it was 80 shows until the plug was pulled. Here is the article Prato originally posted to Ultimate Guitar and shared with the Van Halen news desk. Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony reflected on the band's 2004 tour and all the problems that they faced at the time. All artists had their difficult times, one way or the other. As far as Van Halen goes, the 2004 tour, which saw them get back together with Sammy Hagar, was a tough one. The band's internal problems and some of Eddie Van Halen's personal problems resulted in somewhat disappointing performances. In short, audiences weren't really happy with what they witnessed on the stage. I do remember when I saw them, I remember most of the show, Eddie did play with his back to the audience. I do remember that. But as far as, again, from what I remember, I don't know. The show I was at could be on YouTube. I don't know. But I really don't remember. I mean, as far as the music, I don't remember anything. I don't know. Again, that was 20 years ago, which is unbelievable. Let's see. In our recent interview with Michael Anthony, just as he was preparing for the Best of All Worlds run, which you guys, the Best of All Worlds tour, cannot wait to see that. We reflected on the early 2000s as a tour that saw Van Halen in distress. When asked about it, Sammy Hagar's recollection of the tour in his book, as well as Eddie's state at the time, the bassist replied, "Well, Eddie did have his demons back then, which I'm not going to get into because I don't like to talk about that stuff. And I don't either. I like to keep everything positive. And you guys know it's, I mean, but it was a tour that should have gone around the world 3 or 4 times. I mean, this was a big deal. And here, I'm going to do this. This was a big deal for Van Halen fans at the time. Sammy had left the band in 1996-ish, 95, 96, somewhere. Was replaced with David Lee Roth for a minute. They did a couple new songs for the best of that came out. And then, of course, you guys might remember they were on MTV to present the award to Beck for the MTV Video Music Awards, and David Lee Roth kind of stole the show, and a lot of fans were like, "Great, Roth is back! This is amazing." But as you guys know, it didn't last long, and I don't think that was even the I don't think the band even wanted that. I think even Eddie was saying in interviews, "Oh, we're just doing a couple songs. We might do a couple videos, and that's it. There's nothing as far as Dave's not back in the band, And I don't think Roth liked that at all. So, and of course they got Gary Cherone, and when that album came out, I've always said I I think they should have toured first and then written and recorded the album. I think that would have been much better. But, by that time, by 1998, I mean, the music scene was changing, and who knows? I mean, if Roth, did rejoin the band in 2007, and we did hear the two songs from Best of Volume 1. If they would have continued, who knows what would happen? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Or if Sammy hadn't left, who knows what it would have happened. Although Sammy never stopped. He continued to release records pretty much year after year. After pretty much the past, how long has that been? It's been a long time. Sammy never stopped. But the bottom line, though, is the music scene was changing. Because I remember sitting in Desmond Child's house in his kitchen. He had this assistant that would make food, that would cook. And I remember her making me breakfast one morning. I was sitting in the kitchen. I remember I was reading the paper, and I opened it up, and it was nothing but huge ads for NSYNC and Britney Spears. And this is 1998. This was right around the release of Van Halen 3. And when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, to be in a rock band right now, yeah. And so, unfortunately, the music scene was changing, as it does every so many years. I think it's different now. Like I said, because that was kind of really before the internet took off. Now, with the internet, I think there's a place for pretty much everything as far as musical genres. I think you can almost do anything, and you can get the stuff out there, and it's a different scene nowadays. Let me know what you think in the comments. By the way, let's say hello to some people here real quick, and hopefully my laptop doesn't crash on us because it wants to. We got Jeff T, channel member. He's saying hello to Janice. Hey, what's up, Janice? Janice is saying hello to Dean and Zach. So we know they're here. Let's see. We got Savda on Facebook. Hello, welcome. Requesting songs. Ian's Guitar Shack is here. Hey, good to see you, man. Uncle Raymond is here. Hey, man. 90 degrees in Michigan. Oof. Ouch. It's pretty nice out here in Santa Cruz. By the way, it's August 3rd, 2024 right now. It's about noon 20 out here in Santa Cruz. I remember when Van Halen was saying that he was not back. Yeah. They were saying Roth was not back in the band. That was not what was going on. They just had to release a greatest hits, basically. And the record company wanted them to record couple new songs. That's what they did. And they had outside writers, outside producers working on that stuff. I remember Desmond Child worked on some of that stuff. And that stuff was never released. But I remember Desmond telling me stories about that, working with Eddie. So, hey, Sean, what's up, dude? Sean Shreds, good to see you, man. Great to see you. Dude, are you going to be at the NAMM show coming up? 2025, I will be there, man, and would be great to see you. Dude, right on, man. See, that's why I like doing some of these earlier shows. And like I said, when I move into my new studio, I'll be doing more and more of earlier content for you guys. It'll be great. It'll be great, you guys. Yes. Yeah, right on, dude. Sean's been on the show here. What? Few times, right? You've been here like 2-3 times over the years. Great to see you, man. You gotta jump on again, man. GSN 72 channel member. Dude, what's up, man? Zach, what's up, dude? Dean, I go to NAMM every year. Dude, hey, next time you're there, say hi. You guys know I go live at the NAMM show. I'm live for hours and hours. If anybody wants to find me, wink, wink, you can find me there. So, come on. But dude, yeah, come say hi, man. Would be great to see you. Jeff T, we got you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Sky Prop is here. What's up, dude? Oh, when Van Halen was in Pittsburgh, you saw them? Right on, man. Hey, Ricky. What's up, dude? Let's see. We got Ron. By the way, you guys, Ron, our friend Amanda Peters, and we did an exclusive interview with Bob Daisley, and that is airing tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. The video, we already did the video. We did it we did the interview a couple weeks ago. It's about 3 hours. And Ron basically led the interview. Well, Ron and Amanda. It was cool. And I believe Bob is going to come back pretty soon anyway. So tune in tonight for that. It'll be what's called a live premiere on the YouTube channel here, meaning it's pre-recorded, but the chat will be live. And I'll be there. Ron will be there. Maybe Amanda will be there. So you can tune in. You can tune in. Yeah, Vince. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was cool. Tune in. Yeah, you guys are here. Right on. Tune in. What's up, JRL? Hey, Juan, welcome, man. Hey, I think I'm Juan too, man. I think, yeah. All right, let's keep going, you guys. We got 44 people watching right now. A pop-up show. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Raymond, actually, I can do that right now. Let's see. No, while I'm doing that, I'll message Amanda. Let's see. Hey, the video premiere tonight, 7 p.m. Let's see. There we go. All right, I just messaged Amanda. There you go, Uncle Raymond. What was I saying? Dude, thank you, man. Anyway, yeah, I like doing these pop-up shows, these earlier shows, and like I said, when I get into my brand new studio, there'll be more and more and more of this stuff. You guys, it's gonna be awesome. It really is. But hey, let's get back into it. Let's get back into this. Let's see. Okay, and this is Michael Anthony continuing, and it just wasn't meant to be, Anthony said. I know Sammy was frustrated a lot of the time, and Eddie, he wasn't really in any shape to do any real lengthy tour, not to get into the specifics. Yeah, I mean, it's really a shame. It's a shame that this tour didn't continue. But thankfully we got some great tours later on. 2007, 2008, 2012, 2013 overseas, 2015. Just incredible shows. And as you guys know, Van Halen was planning on possibly doing what they were calling the kitchen sink tour in what year would that have been? 2020, I think. They were planning on doing something, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But you know, I'm thankful I saw them as many times as I did, you know. Let's see. Despite the tensions and Eddie's demons, they still managed to pull off quite a run. On the other hand, it could have been better, and the tour was supposed to go on for much longer, Michael Anthony concluded by adding. But we were lucky, and we got out of it. I think we did like 80 dates or something like that. And then we just had to pull the plug on it. It was really sad. So, yeah, it was just too bad, the 2004 era of Van Halen. Although we did get some new music at the time. They were touring behind a greatest. It was called I think it was called The Best of Both Worlds. It was a greatest hits. Had 3 new songs with Sammy, Up for Breakfast, Learning to See, It's About Time. You know, you guys can let me know what you think of those songs in the comments below. I love them. I love everything Van Halen. See, that's why, you know, you guys know I run one of the larger Van Halen Facebook groups. We got something like 65,000 members in there. And people in there, you know, Van Halen fans, people just, they love this band. And they'll defend. They'll defend which singer they like better, and that's fine. You know, but it's not a competition. But if anything, you know, unfortunately, a band that's no more, unfortunately, you know, the thing is, Van Halen is never going to go away. It's never going to stop. The music will always be out there. You know, hopefully in the future, we'll get some, you know, we'll get some unreleased stuff. Hopefully. You never know. But, you know, like it or not, the fans are very passionate about this band. And believe me, I see it. I get dragged into some of these stupid conversations. But hey, I guess if you're an admin, that's, you know, that's how it is. Jeff Davidson, why you on so early? Jeff Davidson, did you hear, man? Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, Bob Daisley. We have an exclusive interview with Bob Daisley dropping tonight. So that's why I'm on earlier right now. So, but hey, good to see you, man. Smash that thumbs up. What do you call it? Hulk smash that thumb. We got 14 thumbs ups. We got 50 people watching right now. Again, a pop-up show, 50 people. You guys, this is cool. We're at about 100 views live on YouTube alone right now. Right on, dudes. Okay, let's keep going. We got a couple more stories to get to, I think. Although I do like to keep these shows shorter. We'll do one more story. Okay, we'll do one more thing for you guys. This we actually talked about last night. Check out last night's video. Talking guitars. Actually, we talked about Aerosmith. How unfortunately that's another case. Aerosmith was on tour. Unfortunately, they had to stop because Steven Tyler had some. I guess he had some vocal issues. I mean, that's what's happening, you guys, is a lot of these bands that we grew up on, unfortunately, you know, they're getting older, and it's just that's how it is. So if you like rock music, if you like music, and not even, you know, if you like just music, entertainment, whatever it is you like, doesn't matter. Enjoy it. Do it. Do it. like Emperor Palpatine says. Palpatine. Do it. You know. Whatever that is. Because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Van Halen had a song called Right Now, meaning just do it right now, whatever that is. Whatever that is. You know. Cheryl is saying hi. What's up, Cheryl, over on Facebook? Alan Garber's Guitar Fun says, did you guys ask Bob about his time in Uriah Heep? I think we might have. I don't know. We talked 3 hours with him. So tune in tonight. Ron says he also let Bob know. Right on. Yeah. He's a great dude. He's a great dude. And Amanda did get some great gifts from Bob in the mail. I heard about that. Yeah. Very cool. Morning shows are good. Your morning. Sean, yeah. I think we'll be doing more morning shows here. All right, Scott, what's up, man? Yeah, right on, dudes. Okay, so anyway, the Wolfgang Van Halen on the WTF podcast, we talked about some of that yesterday. Check out yesterday's show. I will have a card right about here on playback, or here. Actually, yeah, here on playback, about right here will be yesterday's show, and over here will be the live video premiere with Bob Daisley coming up tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. So let's cover this story here real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Because like I said, I don't like these shows to be too long, these pop-up shows. So let's keep going. Okay, the Frank Zappa song, Eddie Van Halen admitted he could never play. Okay, a couple things. First of all, photo credit of EVH, Niels Lozauer. You guys, that's one of the magic words on the channel here. Niels Lozauer.
Hey folks, Niels Lozauer here. Check out my good friend Johnny Bean TV.
Awesome, thank you so much.
But let me do one more. Where is it?
We're good Facebook friends.
Okay, wait, where is it though? The Johnny Bean TV.
It's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter,
Okay, let's do one more.
and Twitch.
Hey folks, Niels Lozauer here. Check out Johnny Bean TV on Facebook and YouTube. You'll enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Niels Lozauer. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, actually, we got to get Niels Lozauer on the show. We got to do that. Janice, can you tag me on X with Niels Lozauer? Actually, we are Facebook friends. I should just message him. Okay. We'll do that. We'll get him. Okay. It turns out there was one guy who could stump Eddie Van Halen, and that was Frank Zappa. Wow. During a recent radio interview, Dweezil Zappa, which, by the way, I think we actually have a channel ID from him.
Hi, this is Dweezil Zappa, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV.
Thank you so much, Dweezil Zappa. During a recent radio interview, Dweezil Zappa revealed the one song Edward could never play. Greg Prado shared the article originally posted on Ultimate Guitar with the Van Halen news desk. Frank Zappa was known to compose some extraordinary difficult pieces. It is widely agreed that the Black Page #1 being the most complex, but he also offered up quite a few other tricky tunes throughout his recording career. If you're a big Frank Zappa fan, which I'll admit, I mean, I like him. I really don't know, much about, the deep cuts. I've only heard just, a handful of tunes. Drop some comments below what, some of your favorite Frank Zappa tunes. And let me know what you think about this piece of news. During a recent interview with his oldest son, Dweezil, on 100 FM The Pike, the topic of Eddie Van Halen came up, who was friends with the Zappa family and even produced a single for the then preteen Dweezil, My Mother is a Space Cadet, in 1982. I have that single. I know that song very well. My Mother is a Space Cadet. Actually, in the chat here, can you guys, in the chat, without Googling, well, I guess you can, My Mother's a Space Cadet was released by Dweezil Zappa and his sister, Moon Unit, sang as well. Edward produced the song. Eddie actually played guitar. The intro of the song is actually Edward on slide guitar. What was the B-side to the song? To the album, the single. My Mother's a Space Cadet was one side. The B-side was another song. What was the flip side to that? In the chat. Let me know. Sean says Valley Girl. That was one of Moon's I think solo songs. That was another one. You did guess, man. Yeah. It was not Valley Girl. It was another song. Let me know in the comments. In the chat. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it, MPN. Okay. All right, I'll keep going. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, let's talk. Oh, that's one of the songs let's talk about. No, that wasn't the B-side. Dweezil Zappa played on Don Johnson's Heartbeat. Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, I love that album. I had that one. Let's see. Where are we during here? Okay, and it turns out there was a specific Frank Zappa tune other than the Black Page #1 that proved perplexing to Van Halen. Having worked with Eddie Van Halen on the very first recording that I ever did when I was 12 years old, and then remaining friends with him over the years, until there was this really interesting, fun experience. Zappa said, transcribed by Ultimate Guitar. When he came to one of my shows back in 2010, and we were playing the song Saint Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast, which we actually are playing on this upcoming tour as well. Very cool. Let's see, Who co-wrote that song? Which song? Hey, Steven, what's up, man? Who co-wrote? Which one? Which song? Which one? My Father is Down to Earth. You guys aren't Googling, huh? Okay, go ahead and Google. Google. What was the B-side to My Mother is a Space Cadet? A Heartbeat video on. Yeah, that was a great video. I've been watching some more early MTV footage on YouTube. It's pretty cool. It's nice to see. Nice to see this. Stephen Franklin. Yeah, My Mother's a Space Cadet. What was the B-side? Raymond. Crunchy Water was the B-side to My Mother's a Space Cadet. Raymond got it. Yes. Right on. Right on. Congratulations. You restrained yourself from Google. Yeah. Let's see. Where are we? But after the show, he came up. He said, what's that Pancake song? What are you playing there? And I had to play this really difficult part and show it to him on the guitar. He goes, I don't even understand how you're playing that. I could never play that. So that's Eddie talking to Dweezil. So in that moment, it was total role reversal, because me, as a 12-year-old, I was saying, play Eruption, play Mean Street, thinking I could never play that. So I had this complete oddball experience in that moment. It was like the Jedi mind trick or something. It was very strange. Dweezil will launch a tribute tour to his father's music August 1st, which will include selections from 2 classic albums, Roxy and Elsewhere, and Aptosphere, I think that says. Aptosphere. I think. Well, there you go. Very cool, man. Although, truthfully, I could probably never play anything Zappa. I think it's a little too much for me. Steve Vai co-wrote My Mother is a Space Cadet. Is that true? Wait a minute. You just said Steve Vai. Hang on. Where is that? We actually have a Steve Vai. This guy right here.
Johnny.
Huh?
Hey, Johnny. I'm over here.
What? Where are you?
I'm over here. Over here, Johnny.
Where?
Hey, Johnny. How you doing? This is Steve.
Steve Vai? No way, man. Right on. Very cool, you guys. Okay, it's Steve. That's right, Janice. Yeah. Yeah, there's more of that video. I'll upload that at some point to the channel here. We actually talked about Desmond Child on there, because Desmond managed both of us, not at the same time, or did he? I don't know. He might have. But hey, you guys, we got 50 watching right now. Consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube. Help us get to 12K YouTube subscribers. That's the goal. That's the next goal. We can do it together. We can do this, you guys. The community here is awesome. You guys, there we go. By the way, this is applause. Some people, they're like, what is that? That's applause. I just want to say thank you to everybody that watches these shows, that contributes, that tunes in live. Especially on like a pop-up show like this, like Janice, like Peggy, like GSN, like Sean, like Steven, like Neil. I see you guys. Like Uncle Raymond, Ron, Dean, all you guys. Thank you so much. Shred Flint's Tone, All of you guys watching, thank you so much. We got Bob, Zlaws, yeah, rocks. Niels Lozauer, awesome dude. Right on, you guys. Okay, again, tune in tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. Live premiere, talking with Bob Daisley. You guys, if the name, if some of you are like, I'm not sure I know who that is. You've heard his music. You've definitely, some of it. You hear his music every day on the radio. Every day. So tune in. Actually, let me give you guys the link. You guys can jump over there. Is there a comment section? There is. We're gonna raid. Okay, let's raid my own video here. Let's do this before we split. And yeah, it's not an earthquake. Okay. Okay, there is a comment section. So there's a live chat, but also there's a comment section down below. So drop a comment. Drop a comment on this video and saying that you're excited or you're going to tune in. There's the video right there. There it is. Talking with the songwriter, musician, and producer Bob Daisley. So click on that link. Click on that link right there. And is this going out for X? Unfortunately, this will not be a live premiere on X tonight. That's not how that works. But if you're watching this on X, which is telling me we have a lot of people watching us right now on X. I just posted the link for you down below of this live video. It says we got 14 watching on X right now. Okay. And Facebook. Oh yeah, some of you guys are watching from Facebook. Okay, there's the link in the chat on Facebook. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so drop some comments. Join us. Mike, yes. By the way, Mike Wood, thank you so much for your help. He's our one of our video editors. Thank you so much for your help on the Bob Daisley video. Premiering tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. Thank you again. Thank you. LB was on X. Wait a minute. You were? Well, hey, welcome, man. See, if you guys are watching on X, come on over to YouTube. Again, help us grow over here on YouTube. We're looking to get to 12K. Plus, when you talk to us in the YouTube chat, we can actually see you. I think on X, I don't think we can even see you. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea. But Craig is saying, bugger time difference, I'll be asleep and have to catch up. It's all good, man. It's all good. Tune in. I appreciate all of you. You know, tune in when you can. All good. Okay. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you so much for your continued support, you guys. If you'd like to help support the channel, PayPal is the way you can do that. PayPal.me/JohnnyBean. Facebook with Facebook stars. Twitch bits. You know, you can even help with Sweetwater affiliate links. You know, check out a bunch of our videos. I've got links down below, and you can help us. You can help support the channel. All the different places. Exclamation point S in the chat, please. Somebody on YouTube. That'll give you all our social media links. All right. I'm going to get out of here, but thank you for watching. Again, tune in tonight. Talking with Bob Daisley, live video premiere, meaning the chat will be live. And who knows? Maybe Bob will show up in the chat. I don't know. Who knows? It'll be cool, though. Ron will be there. I'll be there. So come on over. It'll be great. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. What channel is this? Corey Feldman?
Hey, it's Corey Feldman. You're watching Johnny Bean TV, I guess.
Right on. By the way, Corey Feldman, you know, there's a video of him out there, you know, shredding on an EVH 5150 series guitar. I think the dude's cool. I met him. I was there. I met him several times. He's a cool dude. I mean, just imagine, all the stuff he's been through in his life, and unless just don't, be nice, okay? Be nice to people, you guys. Be kind, That's it. All right, you guys. See you tonight. Johnny Bean TV. Bye-bye.
And then I'll give you mine, so come back around this way.
Okay, let's go.
All right, Mike, hi.
How you doing?
I'm Johnny Bean. I met you last year. I talked to you on Google Plus.
Oh, I remember you.
I
Yeah.
look like.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
He was at a Google Plus hangout.
I'm Johnny Bean.